What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to another Epic 7 video. We're going to take a quick look at the 1-minute update summary, and as well, they have the Senya video already out, so we're going to check that one out, the latest Moonlight 5-star, available via Mystic Summons. Unfortunately, though, Birgitta, I think was her name, is not going to be available for a couple hours, at least her preview, so I might stay up and do that video, but it'll be a separate one on checking out her kit. But you guys might be surprised by her element and her class. I already saw it. But yeah, without further ado, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and check out the summary, followed by the Senya video. So here, you know what, let's just watch it together real quick. But we're going to check this out in full in just a few minutes, so make sure y'all stay tuned. But Dragon Bride Senya, Sacrifice Bride, offered to the Dragon King Sharoon, who we got not too long ago. And here is Birgitta, like I guys mentioned. If you guys notice, she's an Ice Soul Weaver. She's kind of pulling off the Teiyu vibes with just, you know, the element not matching the color, but she is a Soul Weaver, so we'll see what kind of kit she has. Probably more support given her role. She's a information broker. Very, very cool, honestly, with the theater binoculars. What do we have here? Yeah, the balance patch coming out, which is a very good balance patch. Blood Moon Haste is about to be insane. Okay, cool. We have a new AI season coming out here on the 13th. And what is this? World Arena ban protection. Cannot ban the hero the third slot. Oh, wow. This is a huge change for RTA. And I wonder if this is going to make it into this year's WC, E7 WC. If so, that's going to change up the meta big time, as the draft phase is arguably one of the most important parts of RTA, and sometimes even more important than the actual gameplay, right? So having this third slot, you know, let's see what kind of mind games, what kind of meta roles will get defined here. And let's see if the players even like this. I kind of like the idea of it, but in practice, I feel like I'm not sure how well this will pan out. But regardless, I like to see Smilegate try some stuff. Now, where the hell is RTA Shop? Remember, guys, always skip these regular banners from here on out and save for units like Birgitta. Although, I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments below how many bookmarks y'all have left after the Overlord collab. I am fresh out. I have nothing. So I might actually have to wait for Birgitta, because I'm assuming she is not limited. But I do have a lot of mystics ready for Dragon Bride Senya, and I gotta pull for her, right? She's a knight, she's a light knight, and we all love Senya already. Okay, speaking of loving Senya, let's go ahead and check out her video. Alrighty, y'all, I got Dragon Bride Senya loaded up, so excited. Let's go ahead and check it out together.
Do you vow to
Sorry
share
for the
with
volume.
me, for better or worse, every joy and every sorrow?
Oh, I like
of
this background
life?
music.
Like I promised, I'll stand by your side until death do us part.
Okay.
I vow.
Let me see the animation again.
For a long
I didn't
time,
quite catch
there's
the
been
beginning.
a custom in Senya's homeland where they offer brides to the Dragon King. In
Visually,
order to
though, she looks
avoid
amazing.
calamity. After Senya's friend, whom she considered family, was offered as a sacrifice, she vowed to seek revenge against the Dragon King for demanding human sacrifices. 10 years later, Senya volunteers to be an offering herself and heads to the underwater palace as a bride for the Dragon King.
Ah, but like a Trojan horse. By the way, that artwork.
Dragon Bride Senya is a 5-star
Okay,
elemental.
we'll take over from here. I did want to watch that animation, but when we get to that skill 3, I didn't quite catch it, but it looked like she just summons a giant tidal wave. I like the whole aesthetic, though. I like the relation to Sharoon here, and she's actually trying to slay the, what is it, the Dragon King because of the sacrifice. But let's see, we have a knight, so she will be just like her Earth counterpart. Very slow. Let's see, Sagittarius with health imprints for both. Okay, so far nothing out of the ordinary really for a knight. Very bulky, very slow. Okay. Basic stuff so far. Skill introduction. Let's go see her passive. Bride's Resolve. Increases max health by 10%. Nice. When health of the ally in the back row, except for the caster, is 50% or less after being attacked. So health of ally in the back row. 50% or less, dispels all debuffs from the caster and the ally in the back row, and activates Bridal Prayer. Can only be activated once every 4 turns, with -1 turn cooldown on the skill lance. So Bridal Prayer, what does that do? Grants a barrier to the caster and the ally in the back row for 2 turns. So barrier for 2 turns, and grants Oath of Punishment to the caster for 2 turns as well, before resetting skill cooldown of the caster. All right, that's kind of a lot here so far. So Oath of Punishment, reset skill cooldown, and a barrier to both Senya and the ally in the back row. Oath of Punishment, undispellable, so new buff here. Cannot be affected by any debuffs or some harmful effects That's going to be for 2 turns. So just immunity to any debuffs. So this is just a super immunity. I wonder if some harmful effects means. After attacking on the bear's turn, deals 2,500 fixed damage to the target. After attacking on the bear's turn, deals 2,500 fixed damage. Okay. Okay. So Oath of Punishment is just for Senya. The barrier is for both her and the back row unit. And she will do fixed damage as well as give herself 2 turns of immunity to debuffs and harmful effects on a 3-turn cooldown. And this has to be procced by the ally in the back row, which, by the way, guys, you know, units like Troublemaker Crozet, units like Roz have this kind of interaction. What's her name? Especially change Christy, or just Christy in general. A lot of them protect that back row unit. And now Abigail, I think. Now we have one that gives health and also will proc a lot of stuff off of the Bridal Prayer, the Oath of Punishment, all off the back row hero, getting lower than 50%. Okay, very cool. Very strong passive overall, but we'll see. Depending on the proc, depending on people being able to play around this, we'll see how powerful that is. I want to see the rest of her kit. But so far, that's Bride's Resolve. Let's go ahead and check out the animation. I'm assuming it's just Senya's S2 animation where she kind of just waves her spear, right?
2 turns.
Like on the other Senya. So we have a Midnight Gala. Lily is probably attacking the back row unit here with her big nuke. Who's that onto? Amalpolitis? No, that's what's her face? The sister. 15,000 damage. Obviously below half. Yeah, she does her thing where she waves the spear around. Gets the barrier for both her and the back row, and she'll have that Oath of Punishment on herself, which is going to do 2,500 fixed damage. On top of immunity, right? That cannot be dispelled. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and they were showing there was a strip there. Was that from DD Ray? There's someone was stripping, and you obviously cannot strip that. Okay, very strong passive so far. S3, Overcoming Hardship. I do want to watch this animation again. Pierces through to attack the enemy, increases combat readiness of the caster and the ally in the back row by 30%. So a lot of back row synergy. Combat race of the caster and the ally by 30%. Penetrates the target's defense, but cannot trigger a critical hit. Okay, so this has defense pen. Cannot crit. Damage dealt increases proportional with the caster's max health. We also have max health on the passive too, right? And the fact that she's probably just going to be built with a ton of health. Hopefully you guys pulled some of those Albedo artifacts. When the caster is granted Oath of Punishment, attacks all enemies. The caster is granted Oath of Punishment from the S2, right? Attacks all enemies. Okay. So we want to have Oath of Punishment before we rip this typically to make it AoE. It has defense pen, cannot crit, but it'll also increase combat readiness on top of that. I want to see the damage here. It is HP scaling. We can soul burn it for more damage. Now does the Oath of Punishment proc on the after attacking the bear's turn deals 25? I guess we'll see. Let's see if that procs from the skill 3 or if S1 only. I'm assuming it'll proc here, right? Let's go ahead and check that out here. Overcoming Hardship, though. All right, let's watch that animation fully. I didn't quite catch it in the intro. So we see Senya. Let's see. Kind of does a cool... Is that a kick? Honestly, guys, not the best animation. The sprite, the artwork, splash art, all beautiful. I think they killed it with the Senya art. But honestly, the animation itself, not that great. Just in my opinion. Let me know what y'all think. Oh, wait, that was actually some significant damage. We do proc the landy counters, of course. And we do hit that fixed damage onto everybody. So that will proc on everything, right? It does say after attacking, so that does make sense. I want to see the damage again real quick. And of course, we'll let it play during the preview at the end where they show the kind of combat. But that did 12k, 12k, and then a nice 14k under Ray. They were defense broken, though. But yeah, that's some big damage. And on top of that, right, you get that 2,500 fixed afterwards. Nice. Okay. Last but not least, we have One Step. Approaches and attacks the enemy with a spear and increases speed of the caster for 1 turn. All right. Green Senya also has some speed up, right? I believe procs from her S2 passive. Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's max health. Okay, so speed up is very nice, especially on a slower unit. Speed up in general is just very strong. The fact that we get this here. Okay, I kind of see the full kit come together, and honestly, I'm a big fan. I know we've had a lot of knights recently, Albedo especially too, and then some of the strongest meta units have been knights not too long ago. Look at Landy, look at Abyssal Euphine. Oh, okay. You know, guys, I missed the kind of run forward, but the little kick at the end. Okay. I don't mind the S3 animation, but there's definitely, in my opinion, been better ones. The lobby animation, though, this looks awesome. There's a bouquet of shells, flower, starfish, and then little jellyfish popping out. Very, very nice lobby animation. Super cute. Yeah, design-wise, I'm definitely going to pull. Kit-wise, I like these kind of units, of course. You guys know me. Love the tanky, love the knight, that kind of play style. And yeah, I think her kit is very straightforward, right? You put a unit in the back row that is either a must-kill priority for your opponent. In this case, they have what? Biblis. Just have a high threat priority, or bring her into AoE where they might proc by hitting that back row unit. And then you kind of just hold that S3 for when you have that oath, and then you have some big damage, right? So she provides some mitigation, HP damage scaling, protection for the back row unit. And then, she has some kind of cool new, I don't want to say gimmicks, but like effects with a fixed damage with that undispellable oath. So yeah, overall, I really like the kit. I want to see them stack it with like 3F and see how that works out. Because I think a lot of the games, in my opinion, just like, theory crafting, will be a lot of just kind of waiting around for the, that back row to proc. And then I think she will need, dang, they have 37,000 health on this, guys. And this is what's going to do the big damage. So let's check the damage here. 37,000 health. Yeah, that's what's going to bring us that, 13 to 14k on those units. So she can definitely do some damage. And don't forget the fixed damage on top of that when she is activated. That is quite nice, okay? So she can, I think, finish some matches on her own as well. Yeah, just off the first thing I think is give her, like, Albedo's Artifact, something similar with some damage, and have her as a pseudo, kind of sweeper unit, as well as protect the back line. So I love her kit, and yeah, I'm kind of excited. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, keep an eye out for the Birgitta video. I might stay up for that. I'll catch you guys in that one. Peace out, everybody.